deadline was always gonna be today, in the way that all deadlines are always today. When the day arrives with its deadline quality, and the morning is nothing but the thing. I've been circling this for the past 3 weeks, with the circling that looks like working toward. And now the circling has run out of circle, and there's only the thing and the time remaining. The clarity of deadline day is something that I resist and then accept by 10. The morning of not knowing what to do first gives way to the body that knows what to do first. Everything at once, everything at once. The deadline day and all its clean instruction. Everything at once, everything at once. The version of me who exists in crisis. Only focus now, focus now. The deadline day person who is actually useful. Everything at once, everything at once today. By noon I've done more than the 3-week average. By 3 I can see the shape of the completion. By 5 the thing is close enough to finished, and by close of business it is done. And I sit with the done thing for a moment, the way you sit with something you've been racing toward, and feel the specific satisfaction of the deadline, and also the specific exhaustion of it. The clarity of deadline day is something that I resist and then accept by 10. The morning of not knowing what to do first gives way to the body that knows what to do first. Everything at once, everything at once. The deadline day and all its clean instruction. Everything at once, everything at once. The version of me who exists in crisis. Only focus now, focus now. The deadline day person who is actually useful. Everything at once, everything at once today. Everything at once today. The deadline person today. And then it's done today. The exhaustion of done. Everything at once today. Everything at once, everything at once. The deadline day and all its clean instruction. Everything at once, everything at once. The version of me who exists in crisis. Only focus now, focus now. The deadline day person who is actually useful. Everything at once, everything at once today. Today, focus now, today. Everything at once today. From up here on the bridge the city glows, and every window looks like somewhere safe. I make up lives for all the lights I see, and give them things I can't quite give myself. The couple on the corner has a plan. The woman in the coffee shop has peace. The man who jogs past in the yellow jacket has a body that obeys him without question. And I am here between all these warm windows, collecting other people's possibilities. The city offers everything tonight to everyone except the one who's watching. Everyone looks warm, looks so warm, from out here on the bridge in the November cold. Everyone looks warm, looks so warm, like they saw something that I can't figure out. Lighting glass, and me on the outside looking in and living. Everyone looks warm, looks so warm for me. I know the windows lie the way all windows do, showing only what the light decides to show. There's somewhere in those warm and yellow squares, there's someone standing at their own cold bridge. But knowing that the loneliness is shared, there's nothing for the loneliness itself. It's still just me and all the city light, and the gap between the looking and the having. And I am here between all these warm windows, collecting other people's possibilities. The city offers everything tonight to everyone except the one who's watching. Everyone looks warm, looks so warm, from out here on the bridge in the November cold. Everyone looks warm, looks so warm, like they saw something that I can't figure out. Light and glass, and me on the outside looking in and living. Everyone looks warm, looks so warm, but me standing in the cold, but me collecting other people's warmth, but me on the side of all the light, but me, just me out here tonight, but me, everyone looks warm, looks so warm, from out here on the bridge in the November cold. Everyone looks warm, looks so warm, like they saw something that I can't figure out. Light and glass, and me on the outside looking in and living. Everyone looks warm, looks so warm for me. Light and glass, but me. Everyone looks warm for me. I saw you once from across the street somewhere, before you saw me and before I moved. And you were laughing at something someone said, with the laugh that I know and have missed. And I stood there long enough to see the laughing, and then I moved before the scene was returning. Walked around the block with the haven't seen it, and held the haven't seen it in the afternoon. You looked happy in the way you looked before things got complicated between the two of us. The uncomplicated happy of a person who has returned to their own natural state. Without me there, without me there, you were happy in the way I hoped you'd get to. Without me there, without me there, the life I know landing on someone else's joke. You were fine, and something in the fire was what I needed. Without me there, without me there, you were happy. I don't know exactly what I felt seeing it, something that wasn't entirely sad. The relief that you had access to the laughing, mixed with the miss of being the one beside it. Both things were true and both things were appropriate, and I let them be both things on the walk around the block. And by the time I was home, I had metabolized the across the street scene into something manageable. You looked happy in the way you looked before things got complicated between the two of us. The uncomplicated happy of a person who has returned to their own natural state. Without me there, without me there, you were happy in the way I hoped you'd get to. Without me there, without me there, the life I know landing on someone else's joke. You were fine, Most people mark the ending when it comes, the date they think concluded as the anniversary. But the day I return to is the beginning, the one that started what eventually ended. The beginning is a gentle date to hold, the one before the wait arrived between us, when everything was possible and neither of us knew what possible was going to become. I keep the beginning because the beginning was good, and the good deserves a marking even after the end. The date that started something that I'm glad happened, even though the gladness comes with what came after. Not the end, not the end. The anniversary I mark is the beginning. Not the end, not the end. The day when everything was possible and easy. Start of this, the day that started everything, including the ending. Not the end, not the end. The beginning. I don't call it an anniversary to anyone, because that will require the explanation, and the explanation requires more context than most conversations have room for. But privately I mark it with the knowing, the specific feeling of a date that meant something, and I let it mean what it meant in the beginning before the ending gave it its current weight. I keep the beginning because the beginning was good, and the good deserves a marking even after the end. The date that started something that I'm glad happened, even though the gladness comes with what came after. Not the end, not the end. The anniversary I mark is the beginning. Not the end, not the end. The day when everything was possible and easy. Start of this, the day that started everything, including the ending. Not the end, not the end. The beginning, the beginning. Not the end, the beginning. The possible date, the beginning. I mark the beginning, because it was good. Not the end, the beginning. The anniversary I mark is the beginning. Not the end, not the end. The day when everything was possible and easy. Start of this, the day that started everything, including the ending. Not the end, not the end. The beginning, the beginning, the beginning. Start of this, the beginning, the beginning, the beginning, the beginning. I have the first text at the top of the archive, the one that started the conversation that started everything that eventually became the thing that eventually ended. It's ordinary in the way the first things are, before they become significant in retrospect. Just a message that looked like any message, before it became the message that it became. I scroll to the beginning sometimes in the late hours, and read the first text the way you read a beginning, knowing the ending gives the beginning a quality it didn't have when the beginning was all there was. I still have it, still have it. The first text at the top of everything that followed. I still have it, still have it. The ordinary beginning of the extraordinary middle, and the end, that made the beginning mean what it means now. I still have it, still have it. The first text I reply within 2 minutes of receiving it, which says something about the version of me then. The undefended person who replied without calculation, before calculation became part of the conversation. And you replied in 15 minutes, which I've been told is the intentional delay. But I didn't know the delay was intentional then. And wouldn't I believed it if I had scrolled to the beginning sometimes in the late hours and read the first text the way you read a beginning, knowing the ending gives the beginning a quality it didn't have when the beginning was all there was. I still have it, still have it, the first text at the top of everything that followed. I still have it, still have it, the ordinary beginning of the extraordinary middle and the end, that made the beginning mean what it means now. I still have it, still have it, the first text, the first text, the beginning, the first text that started everything. I still have it, the first text, and all the ones, the first text after it. I still have it, the first text. I still have it, still have it, the first text at the top of everything that followed. I still have it, still have it, the ordinary beginning of the extraordinary middle and the end, that made the beginning mean what it means now. I still have it, still have it, the first text, the first text, the first text, and the end, the first text. I still have it, the first text. In the dream, we are always somewhere ordinary, a kitchen or a street or a familiar room. And you are fine in the way the dream people are fine, which is completely and without the complicated. I wake up from the dream and miss the dream version, the uncomplicated you that sleep provides. And then I'm awake and the complicated exists again, and the dream recedes the way that dreams recede. The brain providing the version it has access to from the archive of the uncomplicated times before the complicated arrived and changed the archive into what the archive is now. You're always finding it, the dream that gives me back the easy version. You're always finding it, the version of you that exists in my sleeping. Dream and wake, the version that recedes when morning arrives. You're always finding it, the dream. I've started going to sleep with a small interest in whether the dream will come again tonight, which is perhaps more than I should give a dream. But the dream version of fine is something. And in the morning when the dream recedes, I hold the residue of the easy version for as long as the holding is possible, which is approximately the first coffee. The brain providing the version it has access to from the archive of the uncomplicated times before the complicated arrived and changed the archive into what the archive is now. You're always finding it, the dream that gives me back the easy version. You're always finding it, the version of you that exists in my sleeping. Dream and wake, the version that recedes when morning arrives. You're always finding it, I said things in the argument that I meant, and some that I only meant for the argument, and some that I said because the argument had a momentum. I stopped steering at some point. The ones I only meant for the argument are the ones that cost me the most to carry, because they were said with force they didn't deserve, and heard by someone who remembered everything. The argument ended and the sad things stayed in the room and in the person who received them. And I've been walking through the aftermath of the sad things in the months that followed the ending of us. In the argument, in the argument, I said things I can't take back from the saying. In the argument, in the argument, the words that have more force than they deserve. Said too hard, said too hard, the versions of the truth that came out wrong. In the argument, those words. I've apologized for the argument only once, and been received in the way apologies are received, when the receiving person is still holding what was said and not entirely sure what to do with it. The apology was genuine and the damage real, and the two of them exist simultaneously, which is the territory of the things said wrong that you can mean to take back without being able to. The argument ended and the sad things stayed in the room and in the person who received them. And I've been walking through the aftermath of the sad things in the months that followed the ending of us. In the argument, in the argument, I said things I can't take back from the saying. In the argument, the words that have more force than they deserve. Said too hard, the versions of the truth that came out wrong. In the argument, those words, the argument, those words, I can't take back. I'm sorry, those words, I meant the apology. In the argument, those words. In the argument, I said things I can't take back from the saying. In the argument, the words that have more force than they deserve. Said too hard, the versions of the truth that came out wrong. In the argument, those words, said too hard, those words. In the argument, those words. I always feel it in arrivals halls, the specific way the waiting people look, the lean forward when the doors slide open, the search for one specific face among the crowd. I've been on both sides of that leaning, both the waited for and the one who waits. And now I come through arrivals with my bag into a space of no one and take a cab. The couple to my left embrace and hold, and now I pass them into the ordinary of arriving somewhere alone into a city that continues without pause. Nobody waiting, the arrivals all arranged around other people's love. Nobody waiting, my name on no one sign, my face and no one search. Through the doors, mind without the waiting phase. 100 trips and I'm entirely capable. And somewhere in the capable is a small grief that I'm not sure I'm ready to examine. The cab driver asked me how the flight was, and I say fine because the flight was fine. And we drive through the city to my door where no one is, but where my life is anyway. The couple to my left embrace and hold, and now I pass them into the ordinary of arriving somewhere alone into a city that continues without pause. Nobody waiting. The arrivals all arranged around other people's love. Nobody waiting. My name on no one signed, my face and no one searched. Through the doors, into the arms of everything that isn't you. Nobody waiting for me. Through the doors, for me. The cab, for me. The city, for me. Nobody waiting for me, and that's okay. For me, most of the time. Nobody waiting. The arrivals all arranged around other people's love. Nobody waiting. My name on no one signed, my face and no one served. Through the doors, into the arms of everything that isn't you. Nobody waiting for me. For me, through the doors, for me. Nobody waiting for me. They hired someone for the role that opened, and I'm the one who's been assigned to train them. And I'm finding in the training something useful, which is all the things I know that I forgot I knew. The new person asked me questions about process, and I answer them from somewhere I stopped thinking. The way you answer things that are so second nature, you'd forgotten they were learned at all. Watching someone learn what I know completely reminds me that I know it, and I'm grateful. And also reminds me that I once didn't know it, and someone sat across from me and showed me, teaching everything again. The knowledge that I carry without noticing, teaching everything again. And finding in the teaching what I've become. Show and tell, the version of my job that feels like purpose, teaching everything again. They make the mistake I made in the first month, and I catch it gently the way I wish I'd been caught, and show them the corrected version without judgment, because I remember what judgment felt like then. And something in the catching and the showing feels like the best version of the work I do. The human part that happens in the margins of the spreadsheets and the emails and the meetings. Watching someone learn what I know completely reminds me that I know it, and I'm grateful. And also reminds me that I once didn't know it, and someone sat across from me and showed me, teaching everything again. The knowledge that I carry without noticing, teaching everything again. And finding in the teaching what I've become. Show and tell, the version of my job that feels like purpose, teaching everything again. From the beginning teaching everything again, everything again, and finding in the teaching what I become. Show and tell, show and tell, the version of my job that feels like purpose. Teaching everything again, everything again, again. Again. The rain came down the way it does in autumn, like it remembers something I forgot. I sat beside the glass and watched it gather, and felt a specific weight of missing you. Every drop that traced the line and disappeared was something I had meant to say and didn't. The window held the city out of focus, and I held everything you left behind. There's a shape to missing someone that fits exactly in the chest, and tonight that shape has your name on it, and I don't know how to make it rest. The shape of missing you fills every corner of this quiet room tonight. The shape of missing you. Turn the lamp on low the way you liked it, and sat in light that wasn't bright enough for anything except remembering the evenings when low light meant that you were almost home. The apartment knows a different version now, the one that doesn't include the sound of you. And I am learning how to be the only one who moves through all these rooms and calls it living. There's a shape to missing someone that fits exactly in the chest, and tonight that shape has your name on it, and I don't know how to make it rest. The shape of missing you fills every corner of this quiet room tonight. The shape of missing you. No cure that I found yet. The shape of missing you, I haven't forgotten. Missing you fills every corner of this quiet room tonight. The shape of missing you. Missing you is all the space where you no longer are. Rain on glass, and me on this side trying not to feel it. The shape of missing you. Missing you is you, is you. Rain on glass is you. The shape of missing you. The conversation went well in the way that counts. Not the performance well, but the actually well, where I was present for the other person instead of managing my own appearance in it. I've been that present in the recent months, the other half inside the management of this. And today I had enough left over for the other person to actually be in the conversation with them. The presence that the other person deserves requires enough for me to be available. And today I had the available in me and gave it, and the conversation was real for it. I was present in the conversation that happened this afternoon. I was present, actually there instead of managing the being there. Both of us in the actual conversation together. I was present today. And the conversation was the better for the presence, in the way that conversations always are. And I came out of it with something real exchanged, not just the passing of the time between two people. And the coming out with something real exchanged is the thing I used to take for granted before this. And now it's something I notice when it happens, and I'm noticing it as the good thing that it is. The presence that the other person deserves requires enough for me to be available. And today I had the available in me and gave it, and the conversation was real for it. I was present in the conversation that happened this afternoon. I was present, actually there instead of managing the being there. Both of us in the actual conversation together. I was present today. The presence today, actually there. I was present today, and something real was exchanged. I was present today. I was present in the conversation that happened this afternoon. I was present, actually there instead of managing the being there. Both of us in the actual conversation together. I was present today. Both of us today. I was present today. I caught a glimpse of the future version this week, in the middle of doing something I used to love. And the future version looked a lot like the before version, but with the knowledge that the before didn't have. Not the knowledge of the difficult exactly, but the knowledge of having come through something difficult. The person who has the before's lightness, plus the after's understanding of their own surviving. I can almost see them in the good moments, the version that is somewhere further on from here. Looking back at this period with something that isn't quite fondness, but is close to it. I can almost see them. The future version waiting further on from here. I can almost see them. The person who has come through and who knows it. Glimpse and gone. The future self appearing in the good moment. I can almost see them. Almost. And I'm building toward them in the quiet weeks, the days of showing up, and the nights of the slow work. And they're building back toward me from wherever they are, in the meeting in the middle that recovery makes. And I don't know exactly when we'll arrive there, but I know the direction and I'm in the direction. And the glimpse appeared again again this week to confirm it. And I held it until it went, and then I kept going. I can almost see them in the good moments, the version that is somewhere further on from here. Looking back at this period with something that isn't quite fondness, but is close to it. I can almost see them, almost see them, the future version waiting further on from here. I can almost see them, almost see them, the person who has come through, and who knows it. Glimpse and gone, glimpse and gone, the future self appearing in the good moments. I can almost see them, almost see them, almost, almost, the future version, almost, building toward me. I can almost see them, almost, and I'm going almost in the direction, almost, I can almost see them, almost see them, almost see them, I can almost see them, the future version waiting further on from me. I can almost see them, almost see them, the person who has come through, and who knows it. Glimpse and gone, glimpse and gone, the future self appearing in the good moment. I can almost see them, almost see them, almost, almost, glimpse and gone, almost, I can almost see them, almost, I can almost see them, almost. I started something that I'm not good at yet, which is the thing about starting things. And I've been showing up to the not good at it with more patience than I expected to have. The beginner stage requires a kind of humility that the years of competence elsewhere haven't kept. And I've been finding something in the beginner humility that the years of competence couldn't provide. There's a freedom in being bad at a new thing that being good at the old things doesn't give. The freedom of no one expecting anything, and the permission to be entirely at the start. I'm bad at it, and that's fine, that's fine. The new thing that doesn't need me to be good at it yet. I'm bad at it, and that's fine, that's fine. The permission to be at the start of something. Just begin, just begin. The thing that asks nothing except the showing up. I'm bad at it, and that's fine, that's fine, and that's fine. By week 4 I'm slightly less bad than I was, which is the arithmetic of showing up. And the slightly less bad feels like something that the competent version of me had forgotten. The progress from bad to slightly less bad is visible in a way that other progress isn't. And I've been collecting the visible progress in the weeks of the new thing I'm not good at yet. There's a freedom in being bad at a new thing that being good at the old things doesn't give. The freedom of no one expecting anything, and the permission to be entirely at the start. I'm bad at it, and that's fine, that's fine. The new thing that doesn't need me to be good at it yet. I'm bad at it, and that's fine, that's fine. that's fine. I remember something I'm good at today, in the middle of doing it without thinking. And the remembering arrived like something returned that had been somewhere else for the recent months. Not every part of me went with the ending, and not every competence depends on the before. And today I did the thing I'm good at well, and felt the evidence of who I am outside of this. The self that exists beyond the circumstances is still the self regardless of the circumstances. And today I found the self in the doing of the thing, and recognized it like recognizing an old friend. I remember today, the thing I'm good at that belongs to only me. I remember today, the confidence that lives outside the current story. Still here, the self that wasn't lost and what was lost. I remember today, I'm still here. There are parts of me that are entirely mine, that were mine before and will be mine after. And the ending didn't take them with it when it left, even though the ending took enough. And I've been finding these parts in the recent weeks, the things I'm good at and the things I like, and assembling them back into something that looks increasingly like the person I actually am. The self that exists beyond the circumstances is still the self regardless of the circumstances. And today I found myself in the doing of the thing, and recognized it like recognizing an old friend. I remember today, the thing I'm good at that belongs to only me. I remember today, the confidence that lives outside the current story. Still here, the self that wasn't lost and what was lost. I remember today, I'm still here. I'm still here, the thing I'm good at, I'm still here, belongs to me. I remember today, I'm still here. And assembling, I'm still here, into who I am, I'm still here. I remember today, I'm still here. I remember today, the thing I'm good at that belongs to only me. I remember today, the confidence that lives outside the current story. Still here, the self that wasn't lost and what was lost. I remember today, I'm still here. I'm still here, still here. I remember today, I'm still here. Nobody told me I had to stay this late. The requirement was delivered in the undertone. The culture of the place and what it values, communicated through who gets ahead and how. I stay because the work required it, maybe, or because the work required me to feel it did. The line between necessity and conditioning gets blurry in a place that's good at blurring. I'm trying to find the border between dedication and the thing that costs you more than it should. And on some evenings I can find it clearly, and on others I can't find it at all. Nobody asked me to asked me to, and yet I stayed into the building. Then nobody asked me to, asked me to. The culture that communicates through absence. 6, then 7, 7, then 8. The hours that accumulate without instruction. Nobody asked me to, asked me to, but here I am. The office empties out in waves by seniority. The junior people staying after senior, and I'm somewhere in the middle staying, because the middle people tend to stay. I pack my bag at 8 with something unresolved, about the time between 5 and 8 exactly, and take the lift down with the other middles, who are also not entirely sure why they stayed. I'm trying to find the border between dedication and the thing that costs you more than it should. And on some evenings I can find it clearly, and on the others I can find it at all. Nobody asked me to, asked me to, and yet I stayed until the building thin. Nobody asked me to, asked me to. The culture that communicates through absence. 6, then 7, 7, then 8. The hours that accumulate without instruction. Nobody asked me to, asked me to, but here I am. But here I am. Nobody asked me, but here I am. At 8 o'clock. Nobody asked me to, but here I am. And tomorrow, ooh, here I am. I'll think about the border. Nobody asked me to, but here I am. Nobody asked me to, asked me to, and yet I stayed until the building thin. Nobody asked me to, asked me to. The culture that communicates through absence. 6, then 7, 7, then 8. The hours that accumulate without instruction. Nobody asked me to, asked me to, but here I am. But here I am, but here I am. 6, then 7, but here I am. Ooh, no, nobody asked me to, but here I am. The cherry blossoms came the way they always do, indifferent to whatever's changed since last year. And I stood under them the way I used to, except the space beside me had no one in it. I took a photo that I didn't send to anyone, because the person I would send it to is gone. And the blossoms look the same as every April, and I look smaller than I felt beneath them. Spring has no memory of what it replaces. It just keeps blooming on the same schedule, and I keep walking underneath the blooming, adjusting to the space beside me. Without you in it, without you in it, the first spring that has come since you left it. Without you in it, without you in it, the blossoms falling on a different year. Pink and wind, pink and wind, the season that insists on its own beauty. Without you in it, without you in it, this spring, a child ran through the petals on the path and scattered them into a different pattern. And I watched and felt the specific mix of beauty and the absence that I carry. The tree doesn't know the years changed for me. The blossoms don't know anything has changed. They just keep doing what the season asks, and I keep watching and adjusting. Spring has no memory of what it replaces. It just keeps blooming on the same schedule, and I keep walking underneath the blooming, adjusting to the space I chose the morning deliberately this time. Not the morning that happened while I was elsewhere, but the morning I showed up for with intention and made into the thing I needed it to be. The coffee at the window in the chosen light, and the 10 minutes of the nothing before the something, and the entry into the day as a person who has been attended to before attending. The chosen morning is the radical act of deciding that your own beginning matters enough to show up for it before the world asks, and build the foundation under everything that follows. This is how it starts, how it starts. The morning chosen with intention before the world. This is how it starts, how it starts. The day that begins with the attending to myself first, and then the rest of what the day will ask of me. This is how it starts, how it starts. The chosen morning, and the day that follows the chosen morning has a different quality from the unattended one. Not because the day's content is different, but because I arrived at it, attended and attending to myself before the world is the practice I've been building in the recent months. The smallest possible act of self-respect that compounds across the days into a different life. Oh, the chosen morning is the radical act of deciding that your own beginning matters enough to show up for it before the world acts, and build the foundation under everything that follows. Oh, this is how it starts, how it starts. The morning chosen with intention before the world. This is how it starts, how it starts. The day that begins with the attending to myself first, and then the rest of what the day will ask of me. This is how it starts, how it starts. The chosen morning, the chosen morning, the chosen morning. This is how it starts, the chosen morning. The intention, this is how it starts. The chosen morning and the day, the chosen morning that follows attending. This is how it starts, how it starts. The morning chosen with intention before the world. This is how it starts, how it starts. The day that begins with the attending to myself first, and then the rest of what the day will ask of me. This is how it starts, how it starts. The chosen morning, the chosen morning, first and then the chosen morning. This is how it starts, the chosen morning. I've messed with the commuter sleep that isn't sleeping, the eyes that close without abandoning awareness, the body that relaxes just enough to rest without the commitment of full unconsciousness. I've developed the internal alarm that wakes me at my stop regardless of how deep the night sleep is, the ear attuned to the specific announcement that releases me from the half-rest into movement. The head against the window is a skill that takes a season of commuting to develop, the angle that allows the resting without the sliding, the glass that gives you back to the world inside. Against the window, against the window, the commuter rest that isn't quite sleeping. Head against the window, against the window, between two stations that require nothing from me. Close enough to rest without completely going across from me has fully committed. His whole head tilted back and mouth ajar. And I respect the courage of that sleeping, the trust in whatever brings him to his stop. But I stay in the window version of it, the light of rest that keeps one foot in ready. Because the commute is not a place for full surrender, and I have learned this through one misstop incident. The head against the window is a skill that takes a season of commuting to develop. The angle that allows the resting without the sliding, the glass that gives you back to the world in time. Against the window, against the window, the commuter rest that isn't quite sleeping. Head against the window, against the window, between two stations that require nothing from me. Close enough to rest without completely going under. Head against the window, against the window, on the way home, on the way home. The window, on the way home, not quite sleeping. Head against the window, on the way home, between the office, on the way home, and the door. On the way home, head against the window, against the window, the commuter rest that isn't quite sleeping. Head against the window, against the window, between two stations that require nothing from me. Close enough to rest without completely going under. Head against the window, against the window, on the way home, on the way home, close enough. Against the window, on the way home. Head against the window, on the way home. The most important meeting of the week happened in the corridor outside the bathroom. A 2-minute conversation that resolved the thing the 3-hour meeting couldn't. The decisions that actually get made happen in the spaces between the official. In the kitchen while the kettle takes its time, in the lift between the lobby and the floor. I've learned to have the corridor conversation, the informal version of the formal problem. And I've learned that catching the right person between their desk and somewhere else is strategy. Not on the calendar, on the calendar, the meeting that happened in the corridor instead. Not on the calendar, on the calendar, the decision made beside the coffee machine. 2 minutes standing, 2 minutes standing, worth more than the agenda of the afternoon. Not on the calendar, on the calendar, not scheduled. I caught her on the way to somewhere else and said the thing I've been preparing for the meeting. And she said yes, and that was what I needed. And the meeting later covered things already settled. This is the actual job beneath the job, the informal infrastructure of decisions, and knowing who to catch and where and when, and what to say in 2 minutes standing up. I've learned to have the corridor conversation, the informal version of the formal problem. And I've learned that catching the right person between their desk and somewhere else is strategy. Not on the calendar, on the calendar, the meeting that happened in the corridor instead. Not on the calendar, on the calendar, the decision made beside the coffee machine. the calendar. Not schedule, not schedule. Not schedule. 2 minutes then, not schedule. Not on the calendar. Not schedule, not schedule. December arrives with its specific cruelty of one for quiet in public spaces. The mandatory gitterness of the season that makes alone feel like a moral failing. Every shop window has a couple in it. Every playlist has a song that you'd have liked. And I walk through the city in my coat, collecting all the ways the month excludes me. December didn't have to be this hard. It just became this hard after you left. The season that was ours is now the season that holds the shape of what it used to mean. The worst month for it, worst month for it. December and its relentless implication of company. The worst month for it, worst month for it. All the warmth that lands everywhere but here. Lights and songs, lights and songs. The careful cruelty of the festive season. The worst month for it, worst month for it. December. I bought a small tree for the apartment because the dark needed something to push back against, and stood it in the corner by the window and thought about the Decembers that had you in them. The ornaments are mine and mine and mine, without the negotiation of whose goes where. And the tree is fine, the tree is actually fine. It's just a month around the tree that isn't. Oh, December didn't have to be this hard. It just became this hard after you left. The season that was ours is now the season that holds the shape of what it used to mean. The worst month for it, worst month for it. December and its relentless implication of company. The worst month for it, worst month for it. All the warmth that lands everywhere but here. Lights and songs, lights and songs. The careful cruelty of the festive season. The worst month for it, worst month for it. December, December. The tree in the corner. December. The ornaments that are only December. The month that keeps insisting December. On warmth I don't quite have the worst month for it. December. The worst month for it, worst month for it. December and its relentless implication of company. The worst month for it, worst month for it. All the warmth that lands everywhere but here. Lights and songs, lights and songs. The careful cruelty of the festive season. The worst month for it, worst month for it. December, December. Lights and songs. December. The worst month.